Welcome to a second update today in which we'll be discussing Ethereum and altcoins, given that Ethereum is still doing fine. Bitcoin made a slight corrective move today, and through which altcoins have been seeing some substantial corrective move. It's a big call for you to understand that when you are in a position of altcoins, especially when it's in futures or leverage, take your profits. Also, when the market starts to accelerate some way faster, and I expect Bitcoin to accelerate above 60k, do not sit and keep your altcoin positions until the end of your life as markets go up and down. Today we've seen Bitcoin correcting like 1.5%, while some altcoins have been going down 15% and quickly bouncing up, meaning that altcoins are still on fire. There's still substantial interest, and one of them is Ethereum that we're going to discuss, and after that we'll just dive into altcoins for a little. But before that, do not forget to subscribe beneath, like the YouTube update, and follow me on Instagram and Twitter, where I'm also posting daily content on the markets. When we're looking at interest in the markets, you're going to watch the open interest, and today we're not starting off with the markets overall with TA, we're starting off with data. As we can see here, the open interest of Bitcoin futures is currently crawling back up again, and the price that is going up is also adding more value to the aggregated open interest. But we can see that the actual peak high for the Bitcoin futures was about 27 billion during April. The current level is about 18 billion of aggregated interest, while the markets are just down like 20% from the previous all-time high. That is overall, the structure means that there's still lots of interest in the markets. Short-term holders were wiped out, while long-term holders have been accumulating their positions in the 30k region. And now the more interesting one, as you can see, we are from 27 billion, we are down to 17 or 18 with Bitcoin open interest. With Ethereum open interest, it reaches a new high, or it comes back to the previous high, where Ethereum was 4.4k. So Ethereum has seen more interest lately than Bitcoin from the open interest. You can also see that Ethereum against Bitcoin is showing more strength. So it's a nice metric to have, this one showing to you the open interest in the markets. And right now Ethereum is showing that it's already going to break the previous high, while the price is not even breaking the previous all-time high yet, and Bitcoin is still far down from its levels with the open interest, while the price is crawling back up. So there might be more strength into Ethereum at this stage than with Bitcoin. Looking at the on-chain metrics, something different we can see here. There's the new layer on Ethereum through which ETH is getting burned, and we can have this nice metric showing the amount of ETH that's being burned daily, which is also through the fact that there's more usage on Ethereum platform. What we do see is that when you have the net ETH emission after this 1559 layer, we can see that we've had the first negative day, meaning that there were more Ethereum burned than new on the market. So Ethereum is inflationary, but by the usage it can become deflationary, and we've just witnessed the first day that it became negative because of the amount of usage on the platform. So, and there is more open interest into Ethereum at this stage than Bitcoin, as it's showing more strength on the data, and we've got negative emission of ETH after the new 1559 layer. So Ethereum is showing more strength, and when Ethereum is showing more strength, you might already know that altcoins will be following through, as there's an entire ecosystem in the markets rather than Bitcoin alone. Sorry Bitcoin maxis, but that's just simply the case at this stage. Looking at the next picture, or the next news item, is that when you're discussing Ethereum and you're showing more strength, or there's more strength in the markets and the ecosystem is building, you're also looking at the amount of money locked up in platforms or protocols. And what we can see here is that the DeFi market cap is hitting a new all-time high of 145 billion. That is still basically almost nothing, but given the fact that Ethereum is showing strength with the prices, showing strength fundamentally, and showing strength with the on-chain analysis, Also, the DeFi market cap is reaching a new high around 145 billion, according to the TradingView index, through which you can measure that through data. What is next with the markets at this point, and what is next with Ethereum? I've already concluded or stated in the past weeks that I'm expecting Ethereum against Bitcoin to flip Bitcoin, or at least Ethereum flipping Bitcoin. That can be temporary, that can be for the rest of the time, as the ecosystem of Ethereum is fundamentally further down the line, and I do believe that the ultimate decentralization that Bitcoin has will be a hurdle for the project itself or for the platform itself. So during this cycle, at least temporary, I expect Ethereum against Bitcoin to flip, or Ethereum to flip Bitcoin. And then in the bear market, we have to see which one's going to correct some more, also given the fact how much is going to be burned. Looking at the price structure, we still know that Ethereum is currently facing resistance, right? So we're still looking for a potential retest here, but once it's going to break through 0.78 Bitcoin, I think we can see acceleration towards the 1618 Fibonacci level, which is around 0.115 Bitcoin. Looking again at Ethereum against USDT, we did see some minimal corrective move through the day, but Ethereum didn't really see any correction at all, while some altcoins did see that. So Ethereum against USDT showing the retest that we discussed in the previous updates. As long as it stays above 3.8k, there is a very likely chance that we're going to retest 4.1, and potentially we're going to get a retest of the previous all-time high as well. If 3.8k is lost on Ethereum, then we could be seeing some further weakness towards 3.5. Other altcoins like EOS, that is just waking up, did see a painful drop down. But if you look at the chart itself, you can see it all across the markets. Also, Avalanche has seen a beautiful retest. We can see that the price has made a beautiful support resistance flip here. This means that the chances of this one going further upwards is significant, given the fact that we're bouncing back so strongly, given the fact that people are eager to get into the markets at this point. So if you want to get into the markets, you can base it on those support resistance flips, but you're also going to base it on Bitcoin pairs and Ether pairs. So when we're looking at an example like SKALE, this one also did see a very painful corrective move today. If you're a day trading, you got liquidated by the futures. But what we also see is that it's making a beautiful retest here on the 760 sats level. It is just getting out of the accumulation pattern with the Bitcoin pair, and it's not only SKALE. There's like tons of altcoins that still have that same structure. Algo, Chainlink, Atom, I discussed Chainlink earlier today, Litecoin, Dino coins overall, those are all still getting out of that accumulation range in the Bitcoin pair. But you can also add a layer to that information and just watch whether they are going to outperform ETH, because you know when Ethereum and Bitcoin will be corrective or will be consolidating, which I'm expecting until Bitcoin breaks the all-time high, other altcoins will start to follow suit. And when they are starting to follow suit, they are not only going to outperform Bitcoin, but most likely they will be outperforming ETH as well. So then you just type in SKALE against ETH or whichever altcoin you want to know, and then you can see that this coin is just still accumulating at this stage, through which the chances that it's going to break out of this accumulation range, resulting in a big breakout to the upside, is getting significant. So if you want to derive a position and you have ETH or Bitcoin at this stage, you might want to consider SKALE or any other altcoin that is also in the accumulation phase, because when it breaks out, it gets you to a big impulse wave. But most of you will only get interested when SKALE is already running like here, or any altcoin is running that significant. So I hope this information gives you some, guidelines on how the markets work, and I hope you have enjoyed it. So is Ethereum going to flip Bitcoin? I think it will, but I think altcoins will start to run heavily even in the coming period, if these pairs against ETH and Bitcoin will be doing what I'm expecting they will be doing. I hope you have enjoyed this small update. I'll be back tomorrow with 2 fresh new updates. Don't forget to subscribe and have a wonderful day.